We're studying from Chapter 5, The Techniques for Winning Quickly, from the book LOWE'S Chess in 30 Minutes. Ernst Karl Falkbeer was born June the 27th, 1819, and died December the 14th, 1885. He was an Austrian chess master and journalist. Falkbeer is more famous for his contributions to chess theory than for his individual play. He introduced the Falkbeer Countergambit, still considered one of the main lines in the King's Gambit declined. We're near the end of Chapter 5, The Techniques for Winning Quickly, and we're on the last subheading, Game 7, Falkbeer Countergambit, from the book LOWE'S Chess in 30 Minutes. We're going to study this final subheading in just a few minutes. Stay tuned. This podcast episode is brought to you by... Hi, I'm Jeremy from Video Gamers Oasis. I want to take a very short time to tell you about Tubebuddy. Now, I'm affiliated with the Tubebuddy app. It's a great app. I've been using it for many years now. It's great for checking the analytics of your YouTube channel. As you can see, I have a number of them here, but my main one is Video Gamers Oasis. And there's some really cool integrations: Facebook, social bookmark, magic links, Tubebuddy mobile. You can have it on your phone. And it's great to also, what I've been using it personally that recently is making shorts, or actually scanning all my videos to see which videos are most popular on YouTube that can be utilized or converted to do shorts. So it tells me how many minutes or seconds, as the case may be, have people been watching my videos, and judging by the amount of time people watch my videos, by clicking the launch extension right here, the launch extension here, you can see that there is a cool pop-up segment from Tubebuddy that allows me to do a keyword explorer, click magnet, but suggested shorts I want to focus on. It's really neat because I'm not, I have to unlock it right now. I've been using it in the past though. Shorts can be a powerful way to reach a broader audience. Based on your video's performance, here are the moments that we recommend making into shorts. So if I was to activate this software, which has been active for a little bit of a time, but I'm going to reactivate it again, it would scan through my YouTube channel, and it would look through all my most popular videos that would be suitable for shorts. And I highly recommend you get the Tubebuddy app. The link is in the description. Affiliate code VGO. Get it right now. What are you waiting for? Hello again. Welcome back to Video Gamers Oasis presents LOWE'S Chess in 30 Minutes. This is a study and practical application mini-series podcast. Jeremy here, and we're on Chapter 5, The Techniques for Winning Quickly. The last subheading, folks. This is the last subheading of not only of the chapter, but of the entire book. Game 7, Falkbeer Countergambit. Ernst Karl Falkbeer is the gentleman from Austria who invented this technique. This is a technique to win the game of chess quickly. And we're going to learn not only 3 different diagrams, but 4 different diagrams. So get your notepad and pen. We're going to do a lot of studying of these complicated but very ultimately helpful and advantageous techniques to help you get the advantage of your chess opponent. So here we go. We're going to study Chapter 5, The Techniques for Winning Quickly, Game 7, Falkbeer Countergambit. Before we begin, make sure to click that subscribe button. Make sure that Bell is wiggling. I do appreciate it. Send some likes, send some love if you like chess. And yeah, let's begin. Let's begin the game. Continuing on from page 89, a new subheading, and it's the final subheading of the chapter on page 89, Game 7, Falkbeer Countergambit. It's FALKBEER, Falkbeer Countergambit. And it reads as follows. We have white and black. First we have 1 P-K4 and black P-K4. 2 P-KB4 and ... The same opening position as in the previous game. 2 ... and P-Q4. Moving on to page 90. Instead of accepting the gambit as in game 6, black offers a counter gambit. 3 N-KB3. ... White does not forget to develop his pieces. 3 ... and Q PXP. 4 NXP and B-Q3. Black likewise concentrates on development. 5 P-Q4 and ... This gives black the option of capturing and passing with his king pawn. 5 ... and PXP E_P. Black accepts the option. Diagram 72 shows the resulting position. We have diagram 72, brackets white to move. Black has just captured white's queen pawn and passing with his king pawn. Next we have 6 BXP and N-KB3. 7 we have castles, and 7 we have castles. 8 we have N-QB3 and ... Thus far, both players have concentrated admirably on their development and have both castled to bring their kings into safety. But now black sees a chance to win a pawn, and he leaves the straight and narrow path of effective development. Moving on to page 91, we have diagram 73, brackets black to move. Black mistakenly indulges in pawn grabbing. 8 ... and BXN. 9 PXB and Q-Q5CH ? 10 K-R1 and QXP. Finally, we have 11 B-KB4 and ... Black has won a pawn, but he has lost valuable time. White has an enormous lead in development, and he now gains further time by attacking black's queen. Note that his rook can strike along the open king-bishop file. We have 11 ... and Q-Q B4. Naturally, black removes his queen from attack. 12 BX BP ! And ... Now white regains his sacrificed pawn. In the position of diagram 74, white has offered a bishop, apparently free of charge. Even if black feels like turning down this gift, he has to guard against a curious threat at white's disposal. In diagram 74, white is threatening a bishop fork by 13 B-Q6, attacking the black queen and a black rook. If black answers that move with 13 ... QXB, there follows 14 BXP CH with a discovered attack on black's queen, which wins that piece. Since black is bothered by this threat, and since he, moving on to page 92,
can see no point to white's 12th move, he captures the annoying bishop. 12 ... and QXB and 13 RXN exclamation point and ... Above we have diagram 74. Brackets black to move. White threatens B-Q6. Moving on to the next paragraph. And now another sacrifice in material. This time, white gives up a rook for a knight. The purpose of this sacrifice is to smash up the bulwark of pawns that guards black's castled king. With the position opened up, with black's development sadly in arrears, it will be a hopeless task to defend against white's powerful attack. 13 ... and PXR. 14 Q-R5 and ... Threatens 15 QXRP mate. Black has no good defense. One way for black to try to stave off the threat of mate is to play 14 ... R-K1 so that after 15 QXRPCH his king can escape by 15 ... K-B1. But then white plays 16 N-Q5 brackets attacking the black queen, and at the same time threatening 17 Q-R8 mate, since black's king can no longer escape. Thus 14 ... R-K1 is ruled out as a defense. Moving on to page 93. Perhaps 14 ... R-Q1 can be tried, with the same idea of making room for the black king, and also with the idea of preventing white's deadly N-Q5. Diagram 75 below. Brackets black to move. How should black defend against the mating threat? Next paragraph.
But after 14 ... R-Q1,
White plays 15 QXRPCH, and after 15 ... K-B1 he plays 16 R-K1. Brackets this prevents the black from escaping from the threatened 17 Q-R8 mate. Then if black tries to block the king file with 16 ... B-K3, white replies 17 RXB exclamation point, winning. For if 17 ... PXR semicolon 18 QXQ with overwhelming material superiority. Next we have 14 ... P-B4. The only other alternative, black tries as best as he can to repair the ravages caused by the breaking up of his castle position. However, white finds a way to make his advantage tell. We have 15 Q-N5CH and K-R1. Next we have 16 Q-B6CH and K-N1. 17 N-Q5 and Q-Q1. Finally we have 18 N-K7CH and resigns. Black must give up his queen for the night. After 18 ... QXN semicolon 19 QXQ. White would win very quickly. Moving on to page 94. Because of his material advantage and the exposed position of black's king. This last game should be played over very carefully because it gives the student a good insight into the problems of attack and defense. All the games in this chapter have been selected to illustrate certain points. The games show the power of attacks based on check. The games emphasize the importance of developing rapidly. They show how a failure to castle can lead to disaster. But more, the games also present a positive moral. They show you economical and efficient methods of development. They show you how to exploit the mistakes of your opponent. They give you valuable principles and techniques to apply in your own games. This is on page 94, and this concludes Chapter 5. A brief review of our lesson today with the 3D chess game available on Microsoft. For diagram 72, we have a description above first. Black accepts the option. Diagram 72 shows the resulting position. Diagram 72, brackets, white to move. Black has just captured white's queen pawn in passing with his king pawn. Here are the coordinates of the chess pieces for those who are just listening to the audio of this podcast. The white rooks on A1, H1 are on the original position. White knight, queen bishop, queen and king bishop are on their original positions. White pawns, A2, B2, C2 in original positions. White pawns, G2 and H2 original positions. There's a white pawn on section F4 and a white knight on section E5. On the black side, black pawn on section D3. Black bishop, king bishop on section D6. The remaining pawns on the black side are on their original positions. All the other pieces on the black side are on their original positions. This is on diagram 72. Diagram 73. Diagram 73. Brackets, black to move. Black mistakenly indulges in pawn grabbing. On the white side, we have the white queen rook A1, section A1, original position. White bishop, white queen, original positions. We see the white king and the white rook have castled. White rook on section F1. White king on section G1. White pawns A2, B2, and C2 on the original positions. The white knight on section, the white queen knight on section C3, and the white bishop on section D3. The king knight on section E5, and another white pawn in section F4. On the black side, we have the black bishop on section D6, the black knight on section F6. All the remaining pawns are on their original positions on the black side, and the king and the pawn on the black side have castled. All the other pieces on the black side of the chessboard are on their original positions. Diagram 74. Brackets, black to move. White threatens B-Q6. So on the white side, we have the... On section A1, we have the white queen rook. We have the white king rook on section white king F1 on section H1. White pawns A2, B2, and C2 on the original positions. White
Queen Knight on section C3. White Bishop is on section D3. Another White Bishop on section C7. And the remaining white pawns, sections G2 and H2. On the black side, we have the Black Queen on section C5. The Black Knight on section F6. Black pawns, sections A7, B7, as well as F7, G7, and H7. White on the black side, we have the queen side rook, black rook A8, black knight section B8, black bishop on section C8, and the black rook, which is castled, is on section F8, and the black king on section G8. And finally, we have diagram 75. Brackets, black to move. How should black defend against the mating threat? On the white side, we have the queen side rook, section A1. On section A1, the white rook. The white king is on section H1. White pawns, A2, B2, and C2, and the white knight on section C3, and the white bishop on section D3. Remaining pawns on section G2 and H2, and the white queen on section H5. On the black side, we have one of the black pawns on section F6, black pawns as well, A7, B7, C7, F7, and H7. Black rook on section A8, black knight section B8, and black bishop on section C8. The castled king, section F8, rook, and black king on section G8. And before we end our reading of our book, E.S. Lowe's Chess in 30 Minutes, it's been a great book. It's been very helpful. A lot of in-depth information. We're going to take just a few minutes to look at some very interesting retro ads. The first retro ad we're going to look at, we're first going to look at the whole page here. There's a black banner that reads, New, Fabulous, Renaissance Chessman by E.S. Lowe. Get a close-up here. With the superb realism characteristic of 15th century Renaissance chessmen. We zoom out here quickly. We see the chess people with the chess pieces. We see the king, appears to be a king. I believe that's a bishop, a rook, and a knight, and a pawn. The pawns usually are the foot soldiers of the game. These are all the style of Renaissance chessmen, chess style characters from the Renaissance. And there's the lovely queen as well on the lower right corner of the ad. There's a paragraph right under the main title. It reads, Never before have we been able to offer such figurine chessmen at any price, or such exceptional quality at a popular price. They will captivate you both as handsome chess pieces and as decorative, compelling conversation pieces that will grace any home. Made of composite, high-impact plastic. Now, mind you, we're not talking about the regular plastic. We're talking about composite, high-impact plastic. This is the big bucks kind of plastic. Plastic that is very durable, can handle any kind of rough housing, I guess. And below that, there's a list of prices here. Number 831, chess set, brackets 4-inch king in ebony and white. With board, pieces are felted, $6. Number 832, chess set, 4-inch king in ebony and white. With board, pieces are weighted, felted, $8. Number 833, chess set,
4 3/4 inches king in ebony and white with board, deluxe package $10. Number 834, chess set, 4 3/4 inches, king in ebony and white with deluxe leatherette case, $18. Finally, number 830, chess set, 4 3/4 inches, king in antique gold and silver with linen board and deluxe case, $25. Sold at better department stationery and toy stores. So that's the first ad we're going to take a look at. The next ad, we have magnetic chess set. Here we have a illustration of the actual chess set, both the box that it comes in, well, the pieces come in, and the board, which is magnetic. You can keep the pieces sideways even if you wanted to play sideways or in outer space or upside down. Paragraph below reads, number 815. Here's the ideal chess set or play on planes, trains, in autos, at the beach, anywhere. The magnetized Staunton design chessman, king, 2 5/8 inches high. Cling to the hand-screened, simulated leather, quote-unquote, magenta board under all conditions. Board size 12 1/8 inches by 12 1/8 inches. Chessmen housed in durable plastic compartments and packed in sturdy, hinged leatherette box with leatherette snap lock strap, about $7. Number 816, same as above, but housed in luxurious velour-lined wood framed box covered with simulated leather, about $12.50. Sold at better department, stationery, and toy stores. Yeah, wow. These toys were really great, but they were, by our standards, that's cheap, but back then that was a lot of money to save up for. So there we have the magnetic chess set. And there's the pieces, the white and the black pieces in that molded plastic holders inside the box. Final ad in the list here, we have Tournament Chessmen. Here we have the photograph of the chess pieces, white and black in separate boxes inside the main box. You open it up and there's 2 different sections for them. There's a tournament instruction manual or list here. You can pull it out, and there's a nice box, has a nice ornamental horse or knight on the cover. Description below the photograph reads, number 836, weighted and felted chessmen with 3 1/8 inch high king in black and ivory, packed in a handsomely embossed leatherette chest. Box has divided compartment for the colors. Hinge box, Staunton design, about $6. Sold at better department stationery and toy stores. Yeah, if you have this or any of the other game boxes mentioned in these ads, make sure to make some videos of you playing with them. I'd definitely like to see them in action if they still exist. And there you have it. I'm Jeremy, and this was my podcast mini-series, E.S. Lowe's Chess in 30 Minutes, Study and Practical Application. Thanks so much for loyally watching and learning from these episodes. I trust you found them helpful, whether learning chess for the first time or gaining new, clever, sharp techniques like the Falkbeer's Gambit that we just studied. I would also like to take the time to thank Camtasia Studios for the very versatile video editing software that I use to create these videos in this video podcast series, and the VoiceMod PC app that I just recently started to use to clarify and noise reduce my microphone sound. I'll provide some links to these and other helpful softwares that you can use as well. They helped me in making videos of gradually better and better sound quality. And I'm always willing to improve. I'm not stagnant. I'm not resting on my laurels. I'm always willing to step up and see where I can polish up and improve. Now, you may or may not have noticed that for most of my later episodes in this series, I incorporated a digital version of this book, E.S. Lowe's Chess in 30 Minutes. I have the 1950s, very retro, almost antique book that I had as a child. I think my dad had it or my mom had it. It's a very old book, and some of the pages were missing. I was a little bit rambunctious as a kid. I don't know what happened to them, but no worries for that, because this book is available for free to read online on the Internet Archive website, available on https://archive.org. That's a great website if you're looking to read books temporarily online. I was able to use the digital version of this book on archive.org to make some really snazzy, high quality video reading podcast episodes. If you haven't already, make sure to watch my earlier episodes of this podcast series right from the beginning, when I was kind of like very awkward in making those videos. There's still useful information on those videos, but write some helpful notes and put into practice what I read. You know, the information is from the book. I'm not the originator of the information. I'm just a messenger, a communicator. But if you found this information helpful, make sure to write some notes for yourself. Practice it on a PC game or on an app on your phone or on a physical chess board. Put into practice the techniques in this book. I'm going to take a much needed rest for the remainder of the summer, and will return in the fall with some new creative and entertaining videos to watch online on my YouTube channel, Video Gamers Oasis. In the meantime, I will also include some more shorts and more edited classic gaming videos, let's plays, walkthroughs, trivia videos, video game trivia knowledge that I've edited before, made before, but maybe wanted to polish up and make it more acceptable to YouTube's rules and regulations. Thanks so much for watching and learning, and enjoy your game of chess with yourself and with your associates, friends, and family in the future. Bye for now.